change. So we continued taking orders and making drinks. When we closed the register, when we're counting money. And we were just about to close the register at my job. And I had to get to school again. And I was just trying to hurry, but there were customers coming, and my coworker that was supposed to take over the second shift was coming late because there was like something going on in downtown. So I was like, okay, I'll cover. And so I didn't close the register, and then this lady came up, and so she like I'm only saying this because it's like part of the story, but she was black. When she came up and she was like, oh, can I have a hot tea? And we have a tea selection. So there were food orders that need to be taken care of, there were drink orders that need to be taken care of, and I was the only one there. And there was a line behind her. And I was like, okay, yeah, sure. Like, you can just go ahead and pick out a tea from our tea selection. That's what I said. And she was livid. And
what?
She was, yeah, I don't know. Like, that's why
oh, is it because I'm black I have to serve myself?
I don't know, because she was just like,
angry.
Blowing out words. Like, and she was just, and then what did she ask me? She just stared at me for a little bit. So I was just standing at the register, like waiting for her to pick out a tea. And she asked me, like, are you happy? And I was like, what? I was like, I mean, I'm okay. And then, like, my shift was about to end, but like, I'm alright. And then she was like glaring at me, and she just stood there, and
I'm filming
like,
you
we
for
just
homework.
like stared at each other for like a good 5 seconds, and I was like,
because
man,
I
is there
have
a
to
problem?
film 30 seconds
And she's like,
today
yeah, it's you.
of stuff.
And I was like, did I offend
My
you in
class.
any way? I'm sorry, like if I did. And she was like, I have never been, and she threw her purse like towards me. And she was like, I have never been treated by like customer service like you're treating me right now. And I was like, and I was just
That's so weird.
She was a friend of that other.
Oh my god.
At least she's not stupid
I'm
enough to leave
here
her purse.
to get my purse back.
I need to get my friend's purse. Yeah,
she was just
and
like,
the $6.
yeah, and the $6 that I supposedly didn't give her. And she was like,
It's
and,
$9.
yeah, so she just was like glaring at me after like having these outbursts, and I was like, well, I'm sorry if I offended you. I'm just talking to you like I would to any other customer. And she was like, no, you're not. I was watching you take the other drinks. And I was like, you were watching me? And she was like, you are treating me differently. And then my coworker came in, but I was already in the middle of taking the order, so I couldn't just step away.
Yeah.
And so when my coworker came in, she like asked me like what the problem was, because she was like kind of watching from the door. And so I was just like, well, I'm sorry if I offended you, like really I am. Like I can't remember what I did, but I'm sorry if it offended you. And I was like, do you still want to continue your order? She was like, I'm taking my time. And I was like, okay, that's fine, like that's fine. That's all I kept saying, like it was fine. And so she like went over to the teas, and she grabbed a tea bag and she threw it at me.
Okay.
And she was like, is this one fine? And I was like, any drink is fine.
Why are you asking me?
Just take the
I know, just to please take the drink so I can stop existing near you. And so, and like, we have a $6 minimum, and she didn't meet the $6 minimum.
Oh no.
And so I was like, I'm really, really sorry, ma'am, but we have a $6 minimum, and you're at like $4.21 or something.
You're not treating me the
And
same.
she
Everybody else paid
I know.
$6.
And everybody else got to pay with card. And she was like, fine, give me a latte. Like, really confrontational. Like, and I was like, okay, do you want it single or double? She was like, I just want a latte.